Normally, jumping on a video call means you're just staring into a static, built-in Cyclops lens on your laptop. You were basically trapped in a tiny box.
Right, yeah, it sees what's directly in front of it and absolutely nothing else.
Exactly. But when you stepped into the world of high-end remote production, that laptop lens looks like well, a Stone Age tool.
Oh, completely.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into a piece of enterprise hardware that makes that jump possible. It's the Bolin Technology B7-220W PTZ camera.
Yeah, and we're pulling our technical data straight from HDTVSupply today.
Right. And our mission for you is to cut through all the heavy AV jargon to see exactly why a roughly $1,195 device like this is the hidden backbone of modern remote communication.
Because the contrast between your standard webcam and this machine is, well, it's staggering. I mean, we are talking about the synthesis of robotics, broadcast standards, and AI.
It totally changes how an audience experiences a live space.
Exactly.
So just looking at the raw physical specs, it has a 12.8-inch CMOS sensor, pushing out 1080p 60, and apparently even UHD 4K 60, depending on how you configure it.
Yeah, it's definitely got a great eye.
Right, and with a 20x optical zoom and like a 16x digital zoom, it can see a lot.
Yeah.
But the wild part to me is the PTZ mechanism. The pan, tilt, zoom.
Oh, yeah, the movement on this thing.
Boasts a 340-degree pan and a 180-degree tilt, and it's built into this magnesium alloy housing that makes it totally silent. Honestly, I keep picturing a robotic owl hunting for prey in a lecture hall.
That is actually a great analogy. The owl perfectly visualizes that physical range. But, what's happening under the hood is what actually makes that movement usable.
What do you mean?
Well, if you just aggressively whip a camera around 340 degrees, your autofocus is going to hunt frantically.
Right, that's exactly what I was wondering. Like if you pan across a brightly lit stage and follow a speaker into a dark corner,
Yeah.
doesn't the image just turn into a blurry, washed-out mess for a few seconds?
It absolutely would, if not for the AI-powered face analytical engine.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it handles smart focus and smart exposure simultaneously. So as the camera moves, the algorithm is constantly identifying the subject's face.
Oh, so it tracks them.
Exactly. It instantly recalculates the exposure for those shadows and locks the focus. It is essentially doing the job of a human camera operator writing the iris and focus rings.
But doing it mathematically in real time.
Precisely.
But capturing a perfectly focused AI-tracked shot of, say, a pacing CEO means absolutely nothing if you can't get that massive data file to the control room.
Right.
I mean, you can't exactly run a standard 10-foot USB cable across a megachurch.
You definitely can't. And that's why we see this very specific suite of outputs on the Bolin. Sure, it has USB-C and HDMI for a local desk setup.
Yeah, standard stuff.
Right, but it also includes 3G-SDI. And SDI is this rigid broadcast standard because it lets you push uncompressed, zero-latency video over massive, heavy-duty cable runs.
Like all the way across the university stadium.
Exactly, without the signal dying. And it also does IP dual streaming for network environments.
And it uses PoE, right? Power over Ethernet.
Yeah, it does.
Which, if you think about it, is kind of like the camera's cardiovascular system.
So.
Well, a single Ethernet cable pumps in the power, like the oxygen, and simultaneously carries away the video data, the nutrients.
That's a great way to put it.
You completely eliminate the need for a messy web of power bricks and separate video cables.
It's brilliant for large-scale installations. It simplifies the engineering enormously.
Okay, but here's where the spec sheet lost me a bit. It boasts about saving up to 255 preset positions using a serial controller.
Yeah.
I mean, 255. Who on earth needs hundreds of specific camera angles saved on one single device?
Well, if you're just streaming a one-on-one desk chat, literally no one.
Right.
But look at the target audience here. Higher education, corporate video conferencing, houses of worship. In a massive lecture hall, a single remote operator can program those presets to map the entire room.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so button 1 snaps instantly to the podium, button 2 jumps to the choir, button 3 zooms exactly onto a whiteboard equation.
Oh, wow. So it completely replaces a multi-person camera crew.
Exactly. You get the dynamic production value of a 3-camera setup using one device driven by one operator.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Well, whether you are architecting a university broadcast or just participating in a hybrid corporate meeting, it's this exact synthesis of AI tracking, wild physical agility, and broadcast-grade connectivity.
Right.
That is what bridges the gap between a static video call and a dynamic professional production.
And, that leaves us with a really fascinating thread to pull on.
Yeah.
We have an AI engine handling the complex focus and exposure, and IP connectivity allowing a single operator to seamlessly snap between 255 distinct angles from across the globe.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So what happens to the art of live video production when the director is thousands of miles away, or, eventually just an algorithm?